needed right here, right now. So congratulations.
Perfect.
That was horrific. Try it again. Put some flavor into it. Jeez.
No, because Matt, all of your videos on Instagram are so real. You're just like a guy, and you turn on the thing, and you're like, "Hey, what's up? Thanks for hanging." I love that.
Yeah, we keep it pretty casual. You know, we don't do too much of the. We don't get too formal with it.
I love it. And you play songs and you bring your friends on. Man, if you guys don't follow Matt on Instagram, you need to, because I think your Instagram page is probably one of my favorite. Just, I mean, you never suck. We were joking before we went on. Your record guy, Bubba, goes, "Don't suck." I'm like, is this even possible? I mean, have you ever really come off stage and go, "Oh my God, I suck"? Have you ever done that?
There's been a time, or I'll tell you. So we were at Mohegan Sun, as a matter of fact, and we were playing a show with Keith Urban.
That was our show.
Yeah. Well, either way, long story short, the place is packed.
Yes.
Everything goes incredibly wrong.
That's right.
And the only sound that was coming out of the speakers was the drums.
That's
and
right.
The place had however many 10,000 people in it.
Oh,
and I had to finish the show just an acoustic guitar, and I don't think it was even coming through very well. So that I didn't come off stage then going, "That sucked."
But you didn't. I have to say, people could not stop talking about you because of how professional you were and how amazing you were, and you kept the show going. It was just fantastic.
Well, thank you very much. It's just stuff it's like every other thing, just sometimes stuff happens and you got to roll with the punches, I guess. And it makes it better because I have such a great team, that doesn't get too flustered. And even when things go real wrong, we're able to rebound pretty quick. But it just happens, man.
Talk to me about, here you are rolling through life and thinking, "Hey, I'm going to go do the whole pre-med Harvard thing." And my family, and they're going, "Yes, Dr. Matt." And they're so excited. And then you go, "Hey, I'm going to do music for a living." And what was their reaction?
Well, I had been on this path. I'd been playing music for a while and touring around with my little band. And I'd had some success writing some songs in the Texas world. So I moved to Nashville to try to do it here. And, the opportunity that I was looking for hadn't come to fruition. And I guess I'd been here for something like 2-ish years and still kind of trying to figure it out. And I just, at one point I went on a medical outreach trip to Haiti and worked alongside some doctors and things like that. And I came back going, man, maybe music I'll always have a passion for, but maybe not. It's not my that's not what I get to do for a living. So what else am I going to do? And after going on that trip, I thought, man, this would be incredible. I'd love to affect people in this kind of positive way. And I applied to that program, and when I got in, it was like that was a big what am I going to do? But I mean, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try this. And then about 2 months before going up to Cambridge, I got the opportunity that I was looking for, a publishing deal here in Nashville to write songs and be an artist. And that was really when I had the decision to make, about 2 months before I was going. And man, I knew that if I didn't stick around and see this through, that I'd feel like I was quitting. So that's what I did. And luckily it turned out, but it was definitely a tough decision. And I have different parts of my family on different sides of that decision. Sure.
Oh, I bet. I can't imagine I'm sorry. They're gonna play guitar for a living instead of being a doctor. I would have been like, "Can we have Thanksgiving dinner and talk about this, please?" Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And, I respected that. On one hand, my mom is really supportive of anything I do, and honestly, I wouldn't be here without her support. She believed in me sometimes when I didn't. My dad, he had to have some hard conversations that you don't really want to have with people that you care about, and about, hey, is this what you want to do? Is this, is this making dollars and cents? You wanting to live hand to mouth for this long? You got this opportunity. You need to think about it. And I respect that he was able to tell me that, because that's not something that's easy to say, and you don't get a lot of brownie points for telling the truth tell my hard truth like that. So, but I respect that, and it made me strong in my convictions though when I knew I was going to tell him what I was going to do. That I knew I was going to do it.
Well, I remember when you were at Mohegan Sun, you borrowed $20 from me. That's how tight it was. You said, "Can I please get the 20?" Remember that when you were at Mohegan Sun, you borrowed $20 from me. You had no food money.
That's right. That's right. And by food, I meant blackjack.
Yeah.
That's not a dessert at Mohegan Sun either. I want to be clear on that.
Like, Daddy needs a new pair of boots.
Yeah.
Like, $20. Hey, Stell. Do I know you? You had me thrown out.
I don't remember that happening.
That show, honestly, he was talking about when I lost my signal that that was a bad show for him. I remember afterwards there's a whole gang and they go, "We're Stell, we're gonna beat him up." And so I just pointed at a lamppost that was the same height with a wig on it, and they kicked the crap out of it. I said,
that poor lamppost.
You have joined, though. I mean, it's kind of an elite group because there aren't a lot of guys that are 6'7". So I'm going to go through. Let me see. It's you. It's Brett Young, right? Toby Keith, Trace Atkins, and I think Daryl Worley. I think there's 5 of you. Is that right?
Charles Kelly.
Charles Kelly. Oh my God. Okay, so 6.
He's tall. Everybody. Yeah.
If you stack 2 Maren Morses on top of each other, that's 7'2" too.
She would be.
And Ryan's kind of tall too. He's not.
Ryan Hurt is.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, you're right though. That's 2 Maren Morses.
That's
exactly right. Yeah,
but it takes 5 of
my voices to equal 1 of hers, so he balances out.
I talked to Ryan Hurt. He was so sad because of this whole COVID thing, and everybody wants herd immunity, and he thinks it's related to him, and he's like, "I got to get people through this." I'm like, "Dude, it's not. It's just a name." He's like, "No, herd immunity." I'm like, "God, you're so sweet, but you're just."
He's got a big heart. Big heart.
Yeah, got a big, large heart. By the way, can I just say something, Matthew?
Matthew.
I have to say, If I Was a Bar is just a grand song. And
it is, right?
The characters you go through, it's so fun to watch.
Oh, man, thank you. We had so much fun shooting that music video for that song. Some of my favorite movies were always those Eddie Murphy movies like Coming to America where he's playing all the characters. Man, I just enjoyed doing it. I packed every stitch of clothing that I owned and went down to a bar downtown and we shot that video in a day's time and a full day's time. And, man, it just a ton of fun and a song that I really love and love to play live as well.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character?
My favorite character is probably Pernell Hawkins, the CDL driver / HVAC tech that was in there. That was my backstory for him. So. Oh,
there's a backstory for everybody. All of a sudden, we turned into a Peyton Manning, Brad Paisley commercial.
He's a method actor. You can tell he's a method actor because.
I really get in there. I went and got my CDL for it to make sure that.
Wow, that's commitment, man.
The one character that you hardly ever see is the post-operative tranny transvestite waitress, and he just appears for a second. But man, your calf are popping in that dress.
Oh.
Yeah, well, the hair's finally growing back too, so that's nice.
When you're 6'7", you got legs for days.
You folks just can't tell. For you folks watching, that plant beside him, that's a full-size palm tree. That's how tall he is. That is a full-size palm tree, and he's got a good foot on it.
At least.
That's right.
Oh, my God. So other than doing cool Instagram videos, I mean, you've got all this great music out. Talk to me about quarantine. What's that been like for you?
Well, the silver lining is I've gotten to write a lot of songs, and I got to write with couple legends today, actually, that was pretty great right before we got on. So that part of it's been great.
You can't just breeze by that. Legends.
Oh, I wrote with Tom Douglas and Scooter Caruso. Tom, wrote like House That Built Me and a bunch of, he's a legend. So wrote a cool song with them today, and I probably wouldn't have had time to do that had I not been here, So that's kind of a silver lining. That's how I try to keep my attitude pretty positive. Is thinking about what I would be doing. Although I would love to be out on the road, at least I'm getting to do something that I love. And yeah.
Well, and if you were on the road, I mean, that means those 30 or 40 people that would show up are very disappointed right now. So
There's dozens of heartbroken people scattered all over this country. Literally, just dozens of them.
What's the billboard say tonight? Matt Stell and puppet show. Oh, good. There's a puppet show. Let's go see. Let's take the kids.
Yeah, exactly. I open up for the Muppets.
That's a pretty good opening, but just saying.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
A good okay.
Yeah, I would take that show. No, I would love it. Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be
Can I ask you an old-timey question?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the Crashers? Because I know that when you started out, you had a band called the Crashers. What happened to the Crashers?
Oh man, just like life and man, I ended up moving to Nashville, and that band was based out of there, and still keep in touch with the guitar player a little bit from that band. He was a great friend to me and mentor, and showed me I learned a lot from him, music and otherwise. So we talk a little bit, but yeah, man, that was my first attempt at being in a band, and man, we had some great times for sure.
Did they go on to med school? Just check.
The one is a pharmacist, actually. Yeah, that I was speaking of. Yeah, he was already a pharmacist.
He's a drug dealer. Let's not paint a picture. He's a drug dealer. I saw that documentary when the Crashers crashed, and it painted a very bad picture of you. The one guy's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Now we know.
That shows you how bad of a picture of me that it painted. That you said it painted a bad picture of you, and the other guy's a drug dealer. So it's like it was really awful for me.
So really, now you're horrific, which I don't get. Let's talk about this for a second. You said you're not a love song guy, right? But you've got this. Your first hit is "Pray for You," which can I knock? It's a love song. It is. And then you were doing this mission trip to Haiti. You were pre-med. I mean, when you decided on music, were you thinking like, I don't know, taking over for like James Hetfield and Metallica? Like, what was your thought process there?
No, yeah, I just, the country songs that I love, I love, there's some love songs in there, but, there's also songs about heartbreak that I love every bit as much or more, and party songs and that kind of like party heartbreak thing that I love. And love songs are definitely part of that, but that kind of, and Prayed for You changed my life for sure. But I was speaking of that. I'm really not. Love songs are not. They don't come the easiest to me when I'm writing, and so all the more I say that to say, A, Prayed for You changed my life, but B, I just cut a song that some friends of mine wrote here in town. That's just a song about a wedding. And it's not something I would have ever thought about doing or writing or thought I'd be interested in hearing. But when I heard the song that they wrote, I at first and foremost love songs no matter what they're about, and I thought it was one of the best songs I've ever heard. So I cut a song about a love song about a wedding, and really most of my other stuff is either about a love gone wrong or drinking and partying and so. You got to do it all and cover all your bases. But that particular song, I wasn't even looking for a song like that, and I heard it, and I was just blown away. So
nice.
Did you get the lyrics I sent you to my Corona song "Nasal Swab" and Saturday Night? Because I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. I just thought of you. I thought, man, if there's a guy sticking it up there, that's a Matt Stell hit.
Yeah, no, I got it. I sent you back some notes in the mail, so they'll be there in a few days probably.
If you can run it by Scooter, I appreciate his opinion a lot more than yours. If you can just,
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Don't want to drink beer. It's like don't want to drink a beer. Don't want to get in a fight. It's another Matt Stell nasal swapping Saturday night. It's really.
Yeah, no, it's a hit. That's a hit.
It's like I don't know what you need, except not good. Which, by the way, Better I Drink that's another one. I love it.
Oh well, thank you, man. I don't know what you need me for though. If you can sing it that well and write them, you don't need me.
Don't encourage him.
I'm thinking of going out on the road with you when it starts up again.
Just let me open up for you and the Muppets.
Listen, Damon will freestyle, and it will be like horrifying because he just blurts things out, and you're like, "Oh my god, he just said that, really?" Right? Do you want to give him any, or did I really sell you too much? Okay, I just wasn't sure.
I've been running late today. I don't even have pants on yet.
Okay, no, stay there. Okay, good.